Hi, this is Sangeeta from Sangeeta's Let's Learn Academy. My mission is to see to it that you are joyful learners and very excited with science, right? So, do you know what the mosquito repellent does? It drives away mosquitoes, right? So, here I am to drive away your stress, to drive away your anxiety, and to drive away your last minute exam preparation issues. Sometimes you miss out a lot of things in class and you can't recall. So, here we are to help you with the digital version of our education. Love technology, love science. Welcome to Current Electricity. Here we are going to do some basic ideas of current electricity, and I suggest you go through each part. There are 4 parts of this video. Please go through them very properly to have a joyful and better understanding. This is the next lesson called current electricity, and current electricity means the passage of electrons, the rate of flow of electrons. Something is related to chemistry and physics. Let's understand what. Now, we have known in chemistry that there's a nucleus and the electrons are moving around their orbits, and the last orbit in metals has got some 1 electron or 2 electron or 3 electrons. 1 electron, 2 electrons or 3 electrons are the ones which can valence electrons can go from the valence shell. So these electrons which go away are known as free electrons, right? So these are free electrons. So free electrons can flow anywhere. Where do they flow? So they can flow this way, they can flow this way, they can flow this way, they can flow that way. So how many electrons are flowing in a certain time with their charge? Let's say the electrons are flowing. These are the electrons. This is E, this is E, this is E. He has got a certain charge. He has got the same charge. He has got the same charge. Rate of flow of electron means how many electrons are flowing with their individual charges. So what is the total charge that is passing through a certain point here is E, that is the charge of 1 electron, into the number of electrons. So we can say this is the total charge, right? And so rate of flow of electron will be flowing with their numbers and their charge. So rate of flow of electron means what is a charge, and rate of means divided by time. So we can say that current electricity I is equal to charge by time. So we can say, what is current electricity? It is the charge by time. What charge is flowing through in a certain time, which is Q by T. So I is equal to Q by T. We are seeing that a battery gives us the electric charge, right? And it gives us electrons. So it gives us flow of electrons. That is current electricity. So I was coming to here that the current can flow this way or that way. To make them flow in a certain way, I have to keep an opposite charge. So to make them flow in a certain direction, I have to keep an opposite charge, and hence I'm directing them to this charge. This is the job of positive and negative terminal. That is, negative terminal means the electrons are coming, and positive means it is going directed towards this. So this is the electron flow, which is this way, directed towards this. So this is okay. So electrons are flowing in this direction. This is the direction of the electron. Now electrons are flowing from negative to positive, right? This way. And let's say this is a battery, okay? And in a battery, we see that electrons are going like this and going like this, coming like this, and again going like this. So this is the flow of electron, and this is the direction of current. So we can say that direction of current is opposite to the direction of flow of electron. Electricity means what? Electricity means the flow of electrons around a circuit. How the electrons are flowing around a circuit, that is known as flow of electron, and the electrons are flowing around a circuit that is known as flow of electrons. What is current? Current is represented by the letter I, as we have said, and it is a rate of flow of electrons. That is, number of electrons into charge of each electron is the total charge divided by T. Hence, we can say that it is equal to charge by time. So, what is this current? Current is equal to charge by time, which is Q by T. Okay. When and charge SI unit is coulomb and time SI unit is second. So we can say that current means 1 ampere. 1 ampere of current is when 1 coulomb of charge is passed through in 1 second of time. So what is a unit of current? It is 1 ampere. And how do you measure 1 ampere? When 1 coulomb of current is passing through in 1 second of time. This is the meaning of your word ampere. That is the SI unit of current. This has got some younger brothers, that is, they have got some small relatives, younger brothers and sisters, which is milliampere. Okay, milliampere. 1 milliampere is equal to 1 by 1000 ampere. Okay, anything milli is 1 by 1000, and anything micro is microampere is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 ampere. This is a relationship between the normal guy ampere and with his small brothers and sisters. For every learning there is a takeaway, means you have to summarize what you've learned. If you can do that, well and good, pat on your back. If you cannot, you have to take help. So I'm helping you, but what you have to do is you have to just do a synopsis of your learning. Then only learning will be fruitful. So what did we learn? Okay, we learned that it is a flow of electrons through a conductor, electric current. The source of current is the electrons should pass towards a positive point, and this one source is known as a cell, which is this. Electrons flow from negative to positive terminal, and current electricity flows, that is, electric current flows from positive to negative terminal, that is, the passage of electron is opposite to the passage of electric current. What is current? It is the rate of flow of charge through a conductor, and I is current, charge is Q, time is T, SI unit of electric charge is coulomb, SI unit of current is ampere, and it is 1 ampere by 1 second. Now, in our practical experience, we have seen that there are two types of batteries. We have one is the remote battery where you use and throw, and one you cannot charge them, right? And one is the phone battery which you charge every time, right? So it's rechargeable. So there are two kinds of cells, that is the primary source of current. One is a primary cell, is the remote battery, your TV remote battery, which is used and discarded, and it cannot be recharged. Okay, and the secondary cell is your phone battery. Your phone has to be charged, right? So it is chargeable, and it can be many times chargeable, and it is opposite to the primary cell. There are examples in the book that you have. You can just take a note of the examples. So when they ask you what is primary and secondary cell, you're going to make a column like this. Obviously you can't draw, you're going to make primary cell and secondary cell, and please make point wise differentiations. So make points, then only you will get marks with examples, right? I've mentioned that the source of current means the electron should move towards a positive, the negative should move towards a positive. This is the first source of movement, and this is the first source of a current, right? So this one arrangement is known as cell. So what is the meaning of the word cell? Cell is just one arrangement. One arrangement. The lesser one is known as negative, and the larger one is known as, larger line is known as positive. So this is one cell. Okay, combination of two or more of them is known as battery. These are negative and these are positive. So this is a battery. We have said that the electron must jump from here towards here. So there is a difference between them, right? The more I create the difference, more the electrons can jump. So this difference is measured by an instrument which is known as the voltmeter. So what does it do? It measures the difference between the two poles, that is the negative and the positive, and this is known as the concept of potential difference. So more the potential difference is, more the electrons can flow towards them. It's like water flow. So how much difference do they have how much potential difference do they have is measured by this voltmeter. So more the difference, more the electrons will flow like water, okay, in a slope, and hence more current will flow. So it measures the amount of current, and it is connected in parallel way to a whole circuit. When we know the circuit, you'll get to know this, and it's got a high resistance. The symbol of the voltmeter is capital V in round, and there is one thing which is in here in the voltmeter. There is a positive and there is a negative. Question is also asked about why do you have a positive and a negative symbol in the voltmeter, is because the positive sign at one end indicates the current must enter through this terminal. So the current will enter through this. Coming to ammeter, ammeter measures, okay, the potential difference between the terminals. That means it measures the current. I can say it measures the current. How much is the current? How much current is flowing? That is known as the that instrument is known as ammeter. It is connected in series, and since the current has to pass through it, it needs to have a less obstruction, which is known as less resistance. Ammeter is shown as this. This is a positive terminal. This is a negative. Why it is shown as positive and negative? It shows that the positive sign at one end of the terminal indicates that the current must enter through this terminal only. Now when we do not have to measure, but we just have to detect whether current has come or not. So just to detect the current, we have an instrument which is known as galvanometer, and galvanometer does not have positive or negative sign where it can show that the current can enter or leave in any of its terminal, this or that. So please remember, galvanometer only detecting, it is not measuring. What is a circuit? Circuit means a continuous path. Now one electron is going negative and it's going towards positive. One current flows. It's not. We have to have a continuous flow of current, right? Continuously it has to be there. So this continuous and closed path of an electric current is, the arrangement is known as electric circuit. Okay, so what does a circuit has? It has a source of current. It is just representing one source, so it can have battery also. Now the purpose of electricity is to make something happen. So it's the bulb that glows, or the fan that rotates, or TV or heater. So we are representing this as bulb. This is known as load. We have to show that the amount of current, how much is it coming. So we have an ammeter. Now when the current is passing in a non-breakable way, it is known as a series. So it is connected in series. And when the current is breaking up into two parts, that is this part and this part, this is known as parallel. Here the voltmeter is kept. So we had discussed about voltmeter being in parallel. This is the meaning of this. And then also in this diagram we have to have somebody who restricts the amount of current, right? So we need to have a restriction on the amount of current. If the current is too high, then one energy transformation to another. So high current means high heat, so it may just blow off. So for that we have a speed breaker. The speed breaker is known as a resistance. We're going to discuss about this in a short while. Let's put a hashtag called Love Science in our Instagram. We are there anytime with you. Please like, announce to your friends about joyful education, and subscribe to us.